Kia ora koutou katoa. Hello, this is Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, healer, teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So part of that so much more, just in case you're a new person or person new to what I do, is doing these monthly as well as weekly as forecast, okay, for each astrological sign. And anyway, so I am up to the sign of Aries. So hello Aries, and welcome to this week, which is, I'm doing this as from the 18th of May 2020 onward. So, and I say onward because they are in a way timeless reads. So you could be watching this in a year's time and it may make sense to you then, okay? So could be 6 weeks or 2 weeks from now, or 6 months, whatever. So anyway, welcome to my YouTube channel, Aries, and thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel, and I'd just like to take this opportunity to invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also if you and if you can leave a comment or a thumbs up if it resonates with you or you get something out of it, that would be really cool as well. It all helps me to support my channel. That all supports my channel and the growth of my channel, but also in YouTube recognizing what I do. So they offer me new things and open your doors up to be able to create different content differently, and new content, and all sorts of other things as well. So and get the messages out there basically. Anyway, so, and you may be watching this on my Facebook page as well. So if you are, once again, thank you for following my Facebook page. And if you don't follow it, and you just follow it and or like my page, and it'll be really cool. So I just want to also mention that these reads are general reads, so or forecast, so it may resonate with you right now, or it may not. So because they're a forecast, that's why it may not resonate with you right now. It could be like later on in the week. It could be like I say, in a couple of weeks, and yeah, just see how it goes for you, but don't totally throw it right out of the cot already, okay, straight away. The other thing is that these are, if we're Taurus, whether you are Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus, and so if you don't know what your other signs are, there is a link for a calculator, to a calculator that will give you an idea about what your links are to the other signs on a chart, okay? Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that one, so I usually explain it a lot better than that, but I've been a bit distracted. So some of you may be a little bit distracted with something that's going on with you, Aries, and it's like, and I feel like, I'm just like, you might hear it's just going like that, running my fingers and, tipping my fingers on this table. And it's like, okay, so there may be a little bit of waiting. There may be a waiting game going on for some of you. It's about, for work I'm hearing, for something to do with business, or business, around something coming, and a little bit more clarification, whether you're in, whether it's to do with your career or work or a business or something like that. So I'm actually going to go to the Sacred Web deck cards here, because there's usually a theme that's going on there, and my throat has just gone dry, which is really weird, and I can feel smoke, and that's my other ones have gone out, my candles have gone out, my sage has gone out, so it can't be that. So it's feeling like you may be feeling like you're a little bit tricky, something at the moment about expressing yourself. For some of you, it may be the way in which you express yourself. You may need to be mindful about how you express yourself verbally. And others of you, I feel like, because I'm just feeling it in here, my thymus, it's that, and also in my throat, it's like right in here. It's kind of like there's something that's like, for some of you, maybe stuck in there where you're not actually expressing yourself, or you're feeling you're not being heard. And it's like it's going, whatever you're saying is falling on deaf ears, and that's so, yeah. So it's, I'm just hearing you, that you may need to do the message is needed to get, that you need to get across, you're going to have to be a little bit more creative. Oh gosh, get that out, so you can get out what you're wanting to say. And I feel like it's there's something, because I'm getting the words like, you know, not beating around the bush, and it's I feel like some of you are going to have to say it like straight up, not in a mean or an angry way, but it may it's like being a bit more forthright and asking or what you want. Yeah, asking for what you want, or asking. I feel like some of it's about asking the correct question to get the answer that you want, or get the reply that you want or need to hear, in order to so you get the clarification that you need. Okay, because it's like, I just feel like for some of you, you've been asking, and they've been the answer, the reply that you've received back. So there's some of you it's going to be vice versa. There's the reply that or the answer that you've received does not make sense. So it's like, shit, I'm going to have to ask again, or repeat myself again. And it's like, and you maybe not wanting to go there again because of maybe confrontation, or it's just going to fall on deaf ears again. And so it's kind of like, because this is falling out inner strength, the rhinoceros. Okay, I was going to say she, but he as well, depending, either way, whether you're male or female, masculine energy there, is about inner strength there. So it's like holding on to that. And there's the 3 is about balance, about finding some balance within you, and the balance within the situation before you next go into discussions. Okay, so and then this is number 35 in the deck. So and it's 5 is about energy as well. So it's seeing everything as energy. It's just like and what you put out, what you will get, basically. A lot of you will be aware of that, or knowing of that, but maybe not practicing it. So everything is energy and vibration, basically. So if you've, and you know, and you don't have to be a psychic to, you know, to feel it. You know, we all feel it at sometimes, but not always do we always recognize it. So it's about taking more notice of that. So if you can feel it, then somebody else will feel what you are feeling as well. They may not notice it, but some people will. So it's about finding that balance within you, in the inner strength to express or explain, explore. They're using those words in getting the information that you require. Okay, the clarity, basically. Because I just feel like you're feeling like you are, you know, either being fobbed off, or you are fobbing someone off by not telling the truth, as in expressing the truth. You're not telling a lie, but you're holding back. Basically, some of yous maybe. Okay, so it's not for everybody. I just feel like, oh, there's another card that's in here. It's not that one, because it's like, that was like 3. So we'll just see what the card comes out for this one. I just do it this way, because rather than pull one out, and this one sticks out. There's one coming up here. Okay, no, here it is. And gratitude. So there may be something about you going into that space with this inner strength in there, and feeling and this energy, because when it's interesting, when we go into this gratitude space and we're really feeling into it, it's how it changes the vibration and the energy of the energy that we're putting out, but also in what we receive. Okay, so, and it's interesting because it's number 15 in the pack. And so number 1, you know, 1 is about being one with all, knowing that we are all one. And the other side of it is being one, and I'm saying that as being one with ourselves, okay? That we are one being, that, and because it's going back to that vibrational energy again. So 5 is about energy, but it's and then about new beginning or rebirth. So there's either one of those is going on for some of you, but it's being about one with self, I feel, is the key thing, because it's like, you know, when we're in that space of in that space, we have the strength and the knowing, and to be able in the beat to be doing what we feel we need to be doing, and it's everything. You know, most things, it just flows if we allow it to flow without any interference. So it's getting out, finding that balance in that way. Yeah, so you align up to with things, and you know what that feels like. You've felt it before. So it's going back to that time and that space where everything was like just flowing, and it was like, oh, right. So it's about having a feel about what were you doing, what were you thinking back in that time, okay, at that time, and and it's like not exactly the same, but just reminding yourself, actually, when I was doing that, blah blah blah, I felt like this. So it's like just reminding yourself, and finding things that lift your energy to think about as you move forward or move toward, or even to the side, depending on what your journey is to getting to where your next, where you feel your next destination is, or your goal is, or your goals are, whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve along the way, towards what you're wanting to achieve. Yeah, the steps along the way to get you to there. Shoes. So, but the gratitude comes in, and when we go into that space, and we really fully, wholeheartedly, meaningfully go into that space, it's like your whole world just opens up, because you allow a different, that passion coming from a wholehearted space, you know, and I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just a whole different energy, and it's a different feeling. And I'm picking that most of you will have felt, you know, you will have felt that at some point. So it's like doing what you need to do to get to that point, basically. Okay. With love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement, and adventure, of course. Oh no, I feel like there's one more coming out in here. So it's interesting that that should come out beautiful, though. So they've got some beautiful cards there, just letting you know that actually you have got a lot of inner strength in there. Okay, yep, you're going to have to be going into that again, and to move through whatever it is that you're moving through at the moment, and that's pretty cool. Okay, acceptance. So here it is, number 16 in the deck, acceptance. And that's where I feel like they're going to, like that as well, with that, is accepting what is what it is. And sometimes we can't, for some of you, we can't do anything about it. We just have to keep moving forward, and the clues that we get along the way will help us to work through whatever it is that we're working through, guide us to where we need to be next going to, and that sort of thing. You know, it's staying grounded, because I noticed the alchemical sign there on the bottom there, that red triangle, is for earth and grounding. So I'm feeling like there may be a bit of grounding there for you to be, that would be really helpful for you, Aries. So awesome. How cool is that? Very beautiful energy there I'm feeling with that. So sending you lots of love and you know, love and joy. The word is joy that's coming out for me, and like, oh gosh, there's lots of energy. See, and like with all of that, these cards here, these 3 of them that have come out, I generally only really ask for one, but I didn't actually ask this time. So what I do sometimes is they know that where I'm going, and I feel like there's that thing, Spirit, know where you're going. I want to say, I know where you're going, I know where you want to go. You know where you want to go to, but there's something that's holding you back, and you know, but not right back now like it used to be. So it's like allowing yourself to move and go with the flow. Okay, because there's something new that's coming, because we have the Ace of Wands there, and see out of the clouds, or maybe out of the crowd for some of you. You know, there's that hand with that wand, that energy. So there may be a burst of energy, of creative burst of energy, because this is about an outburst of creativity. So there is some sort of creative energy, or a burst of energy there that might come to you. And I'm saying creative because it may be, you know, take you, or may just come out of the blue, and it's like, well, where the hell did that come from? And this idea or this thought, you know, or this feeling about how you can maneuver your way through this week, with your energy going up and down and that, but also with the thoughts that are coming up, the ideas, and into whatever it is that you're wanting to create, or do in your life, do, be, or have in your life. Wow. So there's the bringing in that sort of energy for you, but it comes, it's there. It's like there's a gift in a way. It's coming from the clouds, out of the blue. Okay, and it'll just like, I feel like it'll just, it's like literally, I hear me like wand, like a magic wand basically, and it's like, wow. And you'll feel a lot better about yourself as you're moving through, you know, this processing place that you're in now. And I feel like, yeah, like I said, it's got to do with work or something. You can't quite put your finger on it. And it's like, shall I stay or shall I go? How, and all that, you know, all that sort of thing. And how long shall I stay for? Okay, yep, and what does this look like? And so I feel like you'll just get more creative about how to maneuver yourself around this, what you're experiencing at the moment. Okay, follow you. And because like the next card that fell out, or in between this one, is, you know, the Emperor. So the Emperor is, I'm feeling like because he's a very spiritual sort of energy, but very grounded sort of energy, the Emperor. And he's like, you know, he's one who is, you know, has authority, and also has ambition. When I look at him in his sitting in this throne, in this big chair, I'm saying a throne, and he's you know, he's going to go for what he wants to achieve, and to create the stability that he wants to have in his life. And there he is sitting in his throne. So he brings around this energy, and that's where I feel like this some of this gift is about, or this out of the blue energy, burst of energy, or burst of creative energy, basically, to zhuzh your energy up and to keep you going. He's helping you to do that, so you can get moving on to, and you know, not let these other things or thoughts in your mind stop you from doing what you need to be doing. I say need because it's like there's that feeling that, yeah, you need to be doing this, because it's a good feeling. It's not need out of a needy way. It's a need in an empowering way. Okay, energy behind it. Which I see, it all goes back to energy. Like you've got 35, that balance of energy. You've got gratitude, number 15, you know, and the new beginning in the way that you think about energy, and feeling grateful for what you already have. And the King of Pentacles, not King of Pentacles. What am I saying? The Emperor. I feel like he seems a little bit like the King of Pentacles, because he puts a lot of hard work into where he's got to. So, yeah, anyway. That was interesting. But then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Success and enjoyment is the theme for the Nine of Pentacles. So there's something that whatever it is, it's coming to an end this week, by the feeling, and you're going to see, you know, the success and what the energy that you've put into, you know, moving or maneuvering. I keep wanting to use the word maneuvering your way around, and in a way, I'm hearing the word manipulation, but it's like manipulating the energy to get to where you need to be. And that's like manipulating your own energy to be where you need to be, you know, and where you want to be as well. And also I'm here where you have to be, so you can move on to the next place or the next part of your journey of where you wanting to be. Wow. So she's in there, and look at the vines. They're abundant. They have the pentacles in there. So and you're feeling, probably feeling, there's that groundedness again, because the Emperor has purple, but he's also got the red, and so there's a nice blend and a balance in there, between, you know, with the spiritual. So he's grounded as well, and balance between heaven and earth, with what he's doing. But the Nine of Pentacles, yeah, there's definitely something that's coming to an end, and I feel like some of these will because it's got success and enjoyment is the theme for this. So it's be like, oh, okay, so you'll be able to not, you know, I don't feel like necessarily for all of you to be like sitting pretty, but you will feel like you are sitting pretty for a little bit longer, if not longer. But it's like, it's because you have more of an idea, but more of an inner knowing and acceptance of what it is that you are, of what you know, that you the choices that you've made, or and the choices that you're going to make, and you know, about your future. But actually, it's just, but yeah, everything's going to be okay. Whatever happens, it's going to be okay. There's that sort of feeling, because you know that you've got this, no matter what. That's pretty bloody cool. What an awesome energy. I'm just want to draw a card out here out of my Archangel Raphael's cards, because it's I've just been drawn to look over that way. So, and that's the first deck I picked up. So, and see, there's going to be things like that. It's just like, I'm just going to be drawn over to go over this way, or drawn to go here, and I'm, you know, not really knowing why, but it's just go and do it. Don't question it. And you may get these little signs, things like, about with people, or just something might happen, or not necessarily a negative thing or a bad thing. So it's just like you might, you know, or somebody might knock on the door, or something might happen, whatever it is. But then it's like, oh, and then it might happen. And so it's like, okay, so Spirit are just letting you know, okay, that, like, because that's your intuitive side, or your psychic side, or your telepathic side coming through, depending on, yeah, each, whatever is happening around you. So so there's that thing about, yeah, okay, that's all. And I see, look at this, and like this is a really, I love this. Say I love you to you first and foremost. Okay, so this is about loving yourself and being grateful for who you are. So we're going back to that gratitude one again, and acceptance of who you are. Okay, because it's like those first three cards: inner strength, gratitude, and acceptance. Say I love you to you first and foremost. Okay, cool. I don't think many of us say that enough to ourselves and recognize ourselves as often as we could in that. So there's some sort of engagement for some of you, is the next card that's fallen out. So maybe an engagement for some of you is like literally getting engaged into a, you know, towards marriage in some way, and at some point. And it may be that you're thinking about it right now, and it may be that you may already have just got engaged, or it may be that it's something that's coming. You may, you know, that might happen this week or in the next few weeks. But like I said, it could be something that you're thinking about it. But I'm also hearing and engagement on another in another way is like engagement in the sense that there may be an engagement, or as in an outing, a dinner engagement, or a meeting engagement, where you're going to engage with people at a meeting of some sort, in that sort of a way as well. So just keep the door open, and don't say no if it is that one. Just be okay, be nosy and have a look. It's because it's like, it may not like totally be your thing, or this engagement or this meeting, but I kind of feel like it's like curiosity is going to get the better of you, and it's like, I wonder what's going on. And I just feel like it'll be something you're either going to tick off your list, and in the sense is like, oh yeah, okay, I get that now, or it's going to like a tick off your list in the sense that you get it, and it's a bit of information in there, or you might meet someone with that information there, and I don't know, it's like, yeah, don't totally explore, throw it right out, just explore, and maybe that you don't actually to go there, but it's finding out more about it. Okay, and like I said, some of you it will be, it could be literally getting engaged, or you're thinking about it. Okay, so there's just one more card I feel like there's coming out of this desk. So this deck. So just give it a quick shuffle, and in a sec, that one's not the right one because it doesn't actually fall out. And so that's going to be a really interesting week. So I could just feel things like it might be a little bit heightened in the next few days for you. For some of you, oh, okay, that one there. For some of you, it may be setting some boundaries as well. For you, Aries, with some people around you. Okay, cool. I think that's all I've got to say, because that one was like pretty sweet, short and sweet. I've got nothing else to add to that one, because I feel like it's obviously pretty straightforward to whoever needs to hear that. Okay, cool. And I feel like, yeah, setting some boundaries for yourself and for others, for somebody else, okay, as well. Awesome. Okay. Oh, feels really quiet. Feels really still. Awesome. So I'm going to leave it there. And I will see you next Monday on the 25th of May with another video. And we'll see how, you know, where the journey goes from there, what unfolds further on from there. Okay, then. Have a wonderful week. And now and always, of course. And like I say, I'll catch you next Monday. God bless you. And I'll leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, and joy, excitement and adventure, not just from me, but from the angels, your guides, and okay, whoever else is here, the other, I'm just hearing like God, Jesus, everybody's here. So pull them all in and ask them for help at some point if you are really needing to have a chit chat to someone. Anyway, bye for now.